Welcome Aquarius to your September reading. We're going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming in for you for the month of September. Just remember, my dear Aquarius, if the messages that come through do not resonate with you, I don't want you to worry. Just means that it's not meant to be your reading at this time, and you can go ahead and look at your moon, rising, and Venus signs as they could have more relevant and more applicable information for you. Right, so I'm starting off with your oracle cards because this gives us a nice core theme, a core energy that's coming through for you. And then we're going to clarify further with the tarot to get more deeper insight and messages. Right, this looks very interesting for you. This looks like an interesting month. So the first thing we've got is the divine feminine. Now, Aquarius, we all have divine masculine and divine feminine in us, and this month, no matter whether you're a masculine or feminine, it's just coming through that this is the energy that will be very good for you to work with, and it's really about your receptive, nurturing, and soft side. So it's just saying that whatever transpires this month, that's going to be the best way to what the best energy to work with, the best energy to tap into is your softer side, right? And I think this could also be very much related to compassion. You know, compassion could just be to somebody, right? Or it could be to a situation, could be to yourself. But this compassionate energy, I think, is very much related to this divine feminine energy. So this is not a month of fierce energy. It's a month of much more being receptive, nurturing, understanding, seeing things, how things are happening, seeing things, how things are playing out, considering it before you are being reactive. Then you've got this new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So we know that this month, Aquarius, the way you communicate, and that involves all communication. It could be emails, phone calls, WhatsApp, whatever, text messages. But this is a very important aspect of the month in terms of how you express yourself, how you get your message out, and your words are very important. This is also a nice, interesting message coming through. Who or what is triggering you? So we're going to look at that with the tarot, because of course when something is triggering us, there's a message there. So let's go ahead now and pull your tarot, Aquarius. Let's see what we have in store for you. Right. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Swords. And we've got the Moon card. Right, so what I would just like to do, I'm going to take two clarifiers here. One with the Two of Swords. I just want to see what this is that you don't want to look at. And then we're going to clarify the Moon as well. Okay, and let's clarify the Moon for our lovely Aquarius. And we've got Page of Cups. Right, so right under our divine feminine energy. So now we know this is our receptive, nurturing, soft side. Okay. Tells me here, Aquarius, that you have shut yourself off from something or someone. Okay. Now, this of course could be for various reasons, but it's just there's some situation or some person in your life that you've just like closed the door on. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to see what's happening. You've closed off. Can you see how she's got her heart crossed, her swords up? You just like you're protecting yourself from them. And you just really don't want to know. It could have been anything, guys. You just don't want to know what's going on with them. You just don't want to look at the situation. But this is quite interesting here because I imagine that whatever this is your trigger. This situation, this person is probably some kind of a trigger for you. And now, this is what's happening. It's quite interesting because it's telling us that it might be a good idea to look at this situation or this person with compassion. Okay? Now, of course, if this person really did something bad and something unforgiving, then you don't do it, Aquarius. But if this is somebody in your life that there is the possibility that there is room for opening the doors to communication, okay, opening the doors to communication again, this Nine of Pentacles comes in and says, give it a chance. Now, please, I have to be very clear about this. Once again, if this person or situation caused you extreme hurt or pain, do not open the door again. But if it's like somebody, like for example, if it is a friend that there could have been a misunderstanding or miscommunication, if it was somebody you could see that they, maybe somebody like you met a friend, you went out for dinner, you planned to meet a friend and they didn't pitch up. Okay, and you were like, that's it. This is like the last time they do this to me. I'm not speaking to them again. It's more that kind of energy, guys. It's like nothing like there's no vindictive or malicious or extreme hurt behind it. It's just a bit of carelessness. This divine feminine energy says, come in, maybe give them a chance, okay? Because something triggered you with their behavior, and it could have been something they said, could have been they late, could have been they stood you up, but it was a trigger for you. And they were like, that's it, no more, okay? The message is coming through. Listen, it'll be a good idea to relook at this. Okay, just relook at the situation, relook at the person, relook at everything, go over it. If it's not something deep, as I mentioned, maybe you want to consider finding a way forward again. Okay, and take it slow, step by step. Okay, step by step. I want you to understand one thing. When people trigger us, it's something in us. Like I'll be honest with you, like for me, I really cannot bear when people are late. I'm the most punctual person. So when I set up a time to meet somebody and they're like more than 10, 15 minutes late, it drives me nuts. Okay. So this is like it's my trigger, but it's the way you handle it. You need to communicate properly. So perhaps this communication is key. So I just tell everybody, please understand, if you're more than 10 minutes late, when you get there, I will not be there. I'm just very upfront about it, because I know what I can do and I know what I can't do. And I think perhaps, can you see, it's not like a deal breaker energy. It's a trigger for me. I just think for me, it's like so inconsiderate when people come late. It's like, what is my time not as important as your time? It's my trigger, right? It's my stuff. So this is what comes through here. Aquarius, just saying, and work through it. Just like look at it, find a way to communicate it around it, maybe sort it out. I mean, this could be, you don't want to lose a family member, a friendship, a colleague over something. That's why we've got to bring in compassion here. And we've got the Ace of Swords coming in, saying that, what, if you do this, if you communicate, you put down what you can do, what you can't do, you lay down the boundaries, whatever it is. Here with the Eight of Swords, it's going to actually, I know it sounds like a small thing, but sometimes these small things are big triggers and they affect us. So by just clarifying clearly, with compassion, using your feminine side, right? So guys, we're not being aggressive, we're not being combative and argumentative. We're just openly stating in the kindest, loving way what we can do, what we can't do. And Ace of Swords comes in and says, it's going to be the best way to handle this situation. So, we've all got some kind of trigger that somebody brings us in. And with the Moon card, it was saying, perhaps previously you just didn't know how to handle the situation. You just didn't know how to go about it. And so you were in this defensive mode. Everything was, you didn't, in one hand, you wanted no contact. On the other hand, you thought to yourself, wow, what a pity to lose contact. This is a lot of you like unknown, unseen, confused energy. As soon as you do reach out and kind of, communicate the situation, what you can't do, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. We've got Page of Cups coming in and saying, what, it's going to be completely and utterly accepted, because the way you're going to put it across, Aquarius, people are going to say, okay, thank you, I got it, I understand. And you can just keep to your word. I just gave you the random example of, the time thing, but it could be anything, guys. It could be, you have like a family member that keeps making a plan and then cancelling at the last minute. You just take it as it resonates. But it's one of those kind of triggers. It is not a deep hurt or a bad situation. So I don't want you to even consider that kind of a depth of a situation for this reading. This is just something that is affecting, it's triggering you, it's irritating you at some level, okay? And it's saying, once you communicate and you just speak from your heart in channeling your divine feminine, it's going to be sorted out. Very nice. Right. So, Aquarius, what I want to do for you now is I just want to pull the little tarot, so get an additional message. And sometimes this message is related to what we have spoken about here, and sometimes it's a completely additional new message. So let's see what we have here. Okay, these too many there, guys. So I'm just going to go one more time around. Right, so let's see what we have for Aquarius. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Emperor. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, very much related to what we've just spoken about. Just saying, Aquarius, just stand your ground. Say what you can do. Say what you can't do. Whatever this trigger is for you, just communicate it. Say, this is what I can do. This is what I can't do. And it's just telling us with the Emperor here, it's time for you to make a stand. Time for you to be strong in what's good for you. Absolutely what's good for you, you stand strong. And what I love, you've got the Eight of Pentacles here twice, tells me that you're actually going to move very, very nicely forward with whoever. If this is one person, if it's more than one person, if it's a situation, you move forward very, very nicely. Very nicely, you move forward step by step by step, and everything falls into place. Just keep your word to yourself. So if they do it again, you know, you honor what you told them, and you're like, either don't make plans again, or you leave leave after 10 minutes. You just take it as it resonates within what your trigger is. So there you have it, my dear Aquarius. That is what I have for you for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please go ahead and give it the thumbs up. Just lets me know that you like this kind of content. If you would like, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. I wish you all a wonderful September and sending all lots of love.